Hi, I'm Sophia, and I'm a rising junior studying advertising at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. I'm super excited to go to China. I've been here a couple of times before, and it's very important to me because I am half Chinese. Let's have some fun. I am super interested in this summer camp because I've been to China a couple of times, mainly to see family, but also doing some sightseeing. So we just had an amazing tour of this sweet village where we got to make some fun arts and crafts. This is where I made this fan. And now we're going to try some delicious local food that is super fresh at this cute restaurant. It tastes like pumpkin, but it might be sweet potato. Corn? I actually thought about it and I'm not sure it's pumpkin, so if anyone knows what this is, please tell me. Pumpkins are a really big part of American culture, especially during the fall. They're used for Halloween decorations where we like to carve out patterns in the pumpkin like scary faces and call them jack-o'-lanterns. We also have them at Thanksgiving a lot with things such as pumpkin pie put on the dinner table. And basically it's just a very big part of the fall. So it's really cool to see that China also has a lot of pumpkin. I actually see it probably eaten more year-round than Americans. Americans really do just eat pumpkin flavored like bread or cake during the fall and winter. But it's summertime right now and I've eaten a ton of pumpkin on this trip so far, which I think is really interesting. And right now I'm at this amazing restaurant in Nanjing. There's been so many amazing different foods. And one of my favorites was definitely this very sweet and yummy congee. This is super good. It's like got a sweet flavor, but it's not too sweet. And it's super creamy, and you can definitely taste some of the soy milk in there. I really like it. I really like eating different types of congee, but I've never had one with this like sweet, milky flavor before. This congee is super good. It has a very like milky, sweet flavor. I've tried a lot of different congees before, but none of them have this type of flavor, and are definitely not like with this sweet kind of undertone. A fun fact about this congee is that it was named after a lady so that like when they sold it to people, they would want to buy it more. And also when you eat it, it's supposed to make you even more beautiful. From Chinese tea culture is that it's not just about drinking the finished product and using it for like to just get energized. I think it's also like the entire ritual of making the tea from start to finish is something that can be used to socialize, to relax, and to energize. Also more flavorful than the other one. It's like very like toasty, kind of like it's been like roasted almost. This one's very like fruity almost, so not as sweet but very fruity. This one's very like dark, a lot more like I can almost taste the like texture of the tea leaves in it. This one's I really like all of them. I think my favorite would be the white tea or the oolong. I really like the flavors in those, and I think the oolong's very toasty, and the white tea's like very sweet and like floral. Yeah, I've never been to anything quite like this, especially at night. I've never been to like a big area with a ton of like street food. It's not something very common in America. I would say the closest thing to this would be like fair food, like food you get at like a carnival or an amusement park, because that's kind of like street food style and there's a bunch of different booths. But it's definitely not like usually at night and with this much variety, and especially not this cheap. It's usually very expensive.
Oh yeah, it is really expensive. There's a market in LA, I think, that charges money to get into the night market, and
then you
like,
have to
extra money to actually pay for the food, which I think is actually insane.
Yeah. So the street food in like America doesn't really prioritize like cheap, affordable, and really like flavorful the way it does in China. China has had so many delicious and different types of food, and they've all been so enjoyable, and I definitely want to come back to try even more. This trip has been so amazing. I have never been to this many different cities and places in China, and it's really cool to see all the different little differences in culture and in the people. And I feel like I've met so many different people from so many different backgrounds, and it's been really amazing connecting with them and experiencing these beautiful like cultural places, eating good food together. It's just been really fun. And this place is honestly just breathtakingly beautiful. I love looking down at the city from the mountain. I think it's a very unique experience. And I also love the mix of like modern and traditional elements as well.